Hello, everyone. Welcome to the seventh episode of the Football
Seven
Zone.
episodes, man.
Seventh episode,
Come on.
yeah. 7 weeks. Not
Yeah.
7 weeks straight, though, but 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Today we have a new episode and you can present the topics.
So we're going to be talking about weekend recap as we always do. I need to not clap.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about Chelsea's situation currently, touch upon Liverpool as well, and then we're going to talk about FFP, also known as financial fair play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's start
So,
off
go on
weekend
then.
recap. Actually, we have a game right now. Atalanta, Spezia.
Yeah.
I told you after half an hour, I told you it's 3-1.
Yeah.
It's actually 3-2 right
3-2?
now. Yeah.
And what, before half time?
Yeah, like
Unreal.
37th minute or something like that. 38th.
That must be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Atalanta, Spezia, where are they in the table?
Atalanta top, Spezia mid,
Atalanta
bottom.
are first.
No, not top,
Oh,
but
but
they're
high up in the
yeah,
table.
like
Okay.
fifth, sixth,
Alright, so we'll be updating you guys, even though you won't see this live update through the
maybe.
through the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Today we also have Messi versus Ronaldo playing. Actually.
Oh yeah, so we have the real life version of this game at 6:00 today. We don't know if Messi's gonna play though, because
no, those on Spotify cannot see it, but we've got the Messi Ronaldo poster behind us.
It's beautiful, man.
Chess.
It's beautiful. It's a bit wrinkled, but we're trying.
Yeah. Anyways, we can recap. Barcelona won the Supercopa de España against Real Madrid. Yeah,
I'm representing. I decided to represent today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they won the Supercopa de España. Gavi
in good fashion as well.
Gavi, two assists, 1 goal.
Yeah.
18
Star
years
boy.
old. Yeah, golden
Star
boy. Everyone were hating on him when he won the golden boy.
He's proving people wrong.
Yeah, he's just proving people wrong.
You know, it's funny. Sorry if I keep coughing, by the way. Khan, my barber and our neighbor, he told me that he put a bet on the game that Barca would win, but both teams would score.
Yeah.
And he got saved in the 93rd minute by Benzema.
Yeah,
and he's a Real Madrid fan as well, but even he knew that Javi ball's clear right now.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see Barca because even though I'm not a Barca fan, I like to see Barca winning. Usually you always pick Barca or Real Madrid.
Yeah, you have to.
I just don't like Real Madrid, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just don't like them. Who likes Real Madrid?
That's fine.
Voice yourself.
Yeah.
No one likes
That's
them.
fine that you have that opinion.
But that's good. I'm happy
I have
that
I have the same feeling about Chelsea Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I just don't like Chelsea. That's it. That's
fair enough. That's my place of birth, so I have to have a bit of love. But
Chelsea,
yeah.
Talking about Chelsea, we can recap. They won against Fulham, right?
Yep, 1-0.
Or Crystal Palace, was it?
No, Fulham.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Palace, we'll get onto that. We'll get onto that.
Yeah.
They scored. Havertz got a goal.
1-0.
Yeah, very unconvincing.
Yeah,
victory.
I was about to say not very convincing.
But they got the points they needed.
Let's go to the other side of London. Arsenal won. What a screaming from Martin Odegaard.
Man, North London derby, they got.
Don't clap.
Sorry. Sorry. And who scored the first goal?
Hugo Lloris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lloris.
Yeah.
And did you see Partey on the post?
Oh my god. I was screaming, I was like,
I feel like I've seen that clip so many times from multiple different games. He's always doing that. But it's cool to see Arsenal doing so well. People would say, Jesus, they're gonna drop off after the World Cup, they'll lose form, Europe's coming back. But they're proving people wrong.
Yeah.
They're doing well.
Yeah.
And I saw my dad sent me a little quote from Mourinho from 2020 saying that you've seen it, that Arsenal are going to do well what Arteta's building with the youth and the playing style understudy from Pep. Yeah. This was inevitable, and Jose said it.
Yeah.
One of my goats.
Yeah.
Another thing we should speak about, the Rashford offside.
Oh,
Man City lose to Man United.
There were a lot of derbies. The United derby. There was
Manchester derby, North London derby,
El Clasico.
That's a big weekend of football. But so City were winning, and then
they were winning 1-0. Yeah,
and then the controversy comes,
and that knocked them off course. I feel like that whole goal. I mean, United were better at some parts in the second half, but I feel like that goal really knocked City off course.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, right, with that goal, we both believe it was offside.
There's no question that he was in an offside position.
That's no question.
That's a fact.
The question that people are debating is whether he interfered with play. And the thing is, I heard a very interesting thing from, I don't remember who was it. I don't remember if it was you or a pundit. I always mix these things up. But someone said that they should have it was you. Wasn't it you that said they should have an ex-footballer in the VAR room?
No.
Okay. Well, someone said that they should have an ex-footballer in the VAR room, a neutral one, that is able to give these type of judgment calls because they understand how the game is being played. If you don't understand that Rashford is offside in that position simply because he's thrown off Edison, he's thrown off Akanji, and he's thrown off Walker, just little body movement, the fact that he's gone for the ball, it adjusts their 0.1 second, train of thought, potentially movement here, movement there, and then that's it. The goal's done. If you totally remove Rashford from the situation, there's a good chance that wasn't going to be a goal. I understand that the ball still went to Fernandes and he beat everyone to it. But Edison's position could have been adjusted. He could have saved it. Walker could have come across quicker. Akanji could have got across. Yeah. And it just doesn't make any sense. And then the other thing is that in the Liverpool-Wolves FA Cup game where they drew 2-2, there was a situation where Trent Alexander-Arnold was offside, but he didn't. The ball was like shot or crossed or something, and then it bounced over. And there was literally, if you remove Trent from the situation, there's no Usain Bolt wouldn't have been able to stop the ball from going out from the Wolves' closest Wolves player. No one would have been able to stop it. All he did was run after the ball. He was running like this, as if I'm not going to touch it, to let it run off. And linesman starts flagging.
Yeah. And Rashford didn't do that.
No,
he literally tried to take the ball.
The inconsistency
until Bruno shouted
terrible.
at him.
And that's because it's Man United.
Yeah, and they always get those calls.
Yeah.
But it was literally Bruno who shouted at him to leave the ball. Yeah. So he would have gone for the ball, and I heard some people say that they've made like a new rule where it doesn't matter if he doesn't touch the ball. That's not true.
Whoever says that proves that you have the ball knowledge of a 3-year-old infant.
Yeah.
A 3-year-old infant.
Yep.
I think an infant is the definition of somebody that's under the age of 3 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm combining the two of them. It's shocking.
Yeah, it is.
That just proves that you are the type of person that hasn't done more than 5 kick-ups in a row in your life.
True.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
By the way, my record is 876.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I never count.
No one does it anymore. It takes to get to 800, it takes 10 minutes.
People are too impatient. They start scrolling on TikTok straight away.
Yeah.
But so then that game, I just have to say, Garnacho is a huge talent. I said it last time. I love the guy. He's a great talent. He's chasing after the ball. Technical abilities, second to none. He's quick, can finish, take a good shot. I'm impressed with that guy. Obviously, I don't like to see Man United doing well, simply because I just don't like Man United.
But he needs to get his priorities straight.
Which is?
You cannot... He's Argentine, but he
plays for...
No, that's
he's
not
gone,
the president.
So.
Bro, he wears CR7 underwear. You've not seen that picture? Bro, he called CR7 the GOAT, then he called Messi the GOAT. He needs to get his priorities
straight. He needs to pick a side.
Yeah, pick a side. You cannot...
I think he'd be safer picking the Messi one right
Of course. Now. The thing is, though, people, they don't understand. You have to pick a side. Yeah. You have to. I don't care if you say, yo, just enjoy them both. That's fine, but you still have to pick a side.
You still have to... If you had to come down to one choice,
you have to
pick
a side. Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Can you enjoy both? Yes, but you have to pick a side. You have to pick who's the best.
And we're both on this side.
Yeah,
I love the guy, but
I mean, technically, right now I'm sitting on this side.
Oh, so you're a Ronaldo fan?
No, we're both on the
Ronaldo fan, guys.
Messi side. World Cup winner.
That's my side.
2022.
Oh, yeah, and it makes sense because Messi's playing with the black pieces, the white pieces can colour.
Oh,
so it's symbolism.
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
But not really. Another thing about Man United, did you watch the game yesterday, Palace United?
No. I honestly thought that it was an FA Cup game.
Yeah, because there's not many midweek games recently.
Exactly. That was the only midweek game this week, I think.
I'm telling you.
The others were FA Cups.
I triple captained Rashford this week in FPL.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do Haaland. I'm like, let me be different. So that's the only reason I was watching that game. United were winning. And I was like, alright, just enjoying the football, just watching football. 92nd minute, Olise there was a free kick. Yeah. Luke Shaw fouls Jeffrey Schlupp outside the area. Yeah. And when he was taking the run up, I was furious because I'm like, bro, you're not going to score from there. And then slowly, I was there like, that is. And then he just cold, no celebration.
That's what you have to do. You have to do that.
If it was me, I would have dashed over to the side.
But the thing is, though, like, you forget, like, you don't know how to react.
Honestly, and that's
you don't know how to react. Man. Like, if you come in that position where you score a goal, even if you already have like a celebration prepared, sometimes you just forget it.
Everything goes.
You forget about the celebration. Yeah. You don't know what to do. Yeah,
you
just run, and then some of the most iconic celebrations just come out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Because it's like you score like a 97th minute winner, and then you just find something on the spot.
Think about Ronaldo's celebration. The first time he did the Sue was in some American preseason tour where he just went like, That's where it started from, and he did it forwards, and then he started turning around. Yeah. And Rashford, he does this one now. Yeah. And I'm like, it's pretty cool because it's to do with like he was battling a lot of mental health issues, girlfriend, and now the mentality's there. I love Rashford a lot. I don't like Man United, but I like Rashford.
I feel like everyone likes Rashford.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, he's doing so much for the community. Nice guy, funny.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
But De Gea, he had a performance and a half, man. But anyway,
he needs to go, blood.
No, I don't think so. He's playing amazing for United.
The thing, look, United, they keep on signing goalkeepers, but they always sign old ones. Yeah. Tom Heaton, Jack Butland, they need to sign.
How old is Dubravka? Because they recalled him from his loan from Newcastle.
Yeah, of course, he doesn't get any
game time.
Yeah, so, but United, they have to get like a new goalkeeper soon. At least like push him into the first team, get established a little bit. Because De Gea he's not that reliable. What he scored an own goal against, I don't remember who it was. Charlton, I think, in the FA Cup, something like that, Carabao Cup. I mean, yeah. Other than that, I want to go back to the Barcelona game. Very good game. Mm-hmm. Again, Gavi, 2 assists, 1 goal. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Yeah. Great player. Yeah. And again, he shows everyone why he's the golden boy. Mm.
And El golden boy. It's almost written that they have the Pedri and the Gavi coming in the 6 and 8 roles, taking over from Xavi and Iniesta. Yeah. It was inevitable.
Yeah, it really was. And they just spawn players at their youth academy. Even though Pedri didn't come from the youth academy.
Did he not? Where did he come from? Oh,
Las Palmas. Yeah, but they still just spawn new players whenever others leave. They just spawn new players.
Yeah, Get this one up.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, and again, North London derby as well. I have to say it again. Ødegaard, what a goal that is.
Yeah, you're an Ødegaard fanboy, aren't you?
No, I just like him. I like his play style.
Yeah, he's cold. Oh, my phone's on 1% and my notes are here, guys. That's a long day.
Let's move on next topic.
Last thing, bro. We can't talk. We gotta talk about Brighton, man. In January, and Liverpool saw March twice.
Yeah.
What the hell happened there? I was watching that game.
What was that? Is that an original joke?
No. I wish it was. Yeah, but I like it. Listen. They got ran through. Sorry, I need to stop. That was the most embarrassing Liverpool performance I have seen in about 8 years. Actually, maybe 7 years. I have not seen a worse performance from a team that's got 6 Champions Leagues and 19 Premier Leagues. That was shocking.
I've never seen a worse performance from a big team, I think. Because they were not organized.
There was no organization. There was no passion. There was no aggression. There was no vision. Nothing. Nothing. There really was. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was. I don't even want to analyze it. It was just so terrible.
You can't analyze it because there's nothing to go off of. Really.
And Brighton.
That's how bad it was.
We watched that together. Yeah. And we were talking about how we would love to be Brighton players right now. Yeah. It's just a field day.
So easy.
We can get the 100% pass completion.
Stat padding. Yeah.
Everything shot on target. Passing. I said passing already.
Yeah. I would love to be a Brighton player. Just stat padding. Really, you could get 50 out of 50 passes correct.
And speaking of Brighton, Trossard, did we get the here we go to Arsenal?
No, not yet. But it's on the way. It's on the way.
And so far, what I've seen of Cody Gakpo, he is a flop. He's a new Darwin Núñez. Liverpool have bought Darwin Núñez and then they bought the Darwin Núñez.
We need to talk about something quickly. Fabrizio Romano receiving hush money for transfers. Maybe.
Seriously?
Look, people have speculated, mostly Arsenal fans, because obviously Mudryk, the snake, went to Chelsea instead of Arsenal. A lot of people have speculated because Fabrizio, it was the only thing that he reported on. Yeah. He made like 20 tweets over the course of a single day about that transfer and about Mudryk. Yeah. So Arsenal fans, they were saying, oh, you're just tweeting about him to like bump his price up to help certain clubs and stuff like that. Yeah. And if you believe that or not, that's on you. But listen, you are naive if you don't believe that journalists, they have a hand in transfers. Mm-hmm. Like if you seriously believe that journalists and media, they don't like bump up player prices, then you're just an 100%. Idiot. Then you're just an idiot. 100%. I'm not saying that he himself like got paid to promote him. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that, of course, media and journalists, they do bump up player prices.
It's a big part of football as well because they're almost their advocates.
Yeah.
The media, the journalism.
Yeah. All the tweets you see about, let's say, just pick a random player. This guy had 2 goals, 2 assists. He's such a great young player. all right, now after this tweet, his price tag has gone up a little bit. Like,
but that's a good segue into Chelsea.
Yeah,
into the Chelsea situation, and I want to say the stuff that I have in my notes before my phone dies.
Yeah.
So let me just do that. So, my opinion on this Chelsea situation, and we have discussed this briefly, and I discussed this with my barber yesterday while I was getting my little fade. Chelsea have spent firstly £300 million
since the summer
on defenders in the past. I think it's like 2 years, right? 300 million. And the thing that confuses me is that they've clearly invested in Tuchel's playing style. Defenders, 5 at the back, wing backs. I don't know how
Cucurella.
They've got away with Cucurella, exactly. How have they got away with spending 65 million on Marc Cucurella? Where is he? What's he done?
The thing is, why spend money on him and then sack Tommy T?
Yeah.
Why sack him if you spend 65 million on the player
I'll tell you what Chelsea have been done. They've spent 80 million on Wesley Fofana. They spent 100 million.
Honestly, has he even played? He's injured.
I have not seen anything.
I've not seen him.
Modric 100, Cucurella 65, Sterling 55, Felix 11 million loan. They lost 3 million because he's banned for 3 games. They bought Oba. They bought the other Fofana. I don't even know who he is. They bought Badashil, who does not look like he's fit to play football. Looks like he should be carrying bricks. They got Chukwuemeka. I heard Rory talking about him. I don't know who he is. Yeah, they got Koulibaly. They got Zakaria. And then they had that whole stinker with Lukaku in summer, I don't know, because he's supposed to come back. And obviously they've had injuries. But then Peter made a very good point, and I'll let you segue into it about the whole project thing. But the whole issue, I think, is that they invested in another manager's playing style, spent money in the wrong areas. Then they're buying players like Sterling, they're getting players like Felix, now Mudryk. Who's scoring your goals, bro? You're defending, not working, even though you got a million defenders.
Yep.
You got loads of quality midfield players who aren't gelling together, who aren't playing well together. There's no tactics. There's no playing style. There's no vision. You know, with Liverpool, for example, they have the press and the high intent. City, they have the Barcelona-esque football. Real Madrid are just power, pace, and combination of the tiki-taka ball. What did Chelsea do? They just kick the ball around and hope for the best.
Yeah.
They ain't got no striker. They haven't invested in any striker, somebody that can score goals. It just makes no sense to me. I just don't understand what's going on. I saw a funny thing about Todd Bowley, that he's just there on the BBC gossip column. For people who don't know what that is, that's a section in the BBC Sports section where there's just a gossip about transfers.
He just Twitter goes spaces. Wait, no, hold on. Let me, because this is worse.
Yeah.
Twitter, they have like a live feed, like where people they can join in and talk, like a live room, just like Zoom chat rooms.
Yeah.
Todd Bowley was in one of those rooms listening to Chelsea fans' opinions and transfers.
It's shocking.
That's worse.
This is why Americans stay on that side of the water. Some will stay on this side of the water.
Some of them. Josh Kroenke, who is the Arsenal owner, he actually seems like... I've watched the Arsenal documentary.
I have never heard his name before.
He's actually like... They do want him out, or more like his dad, but he actually himself seems like he actually cares about Arsenal and cares about football.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like he cares.
Definitely.
You said that I could go on with mine, and that was exactly the same thing as you said. I felt like this for a long time. With Chelsea, I've never felt like there was any sort of project at Chelsea. Like, you look at Liverpool. When Klopp he came in, like look where he took them from in 2015 to now. There was a project. Eric Ten Hag has now got a project at United. Arteta at Arsenal. Pep Guardiola at City.
Did you say Ten Hag at United?
Yeah. Pep Guardiola at City, and Tottenham not really any project.
No, that's worse than Chelsea. In terms of project, in my opinion.
In terms of project, yeah, but in terms of performances, no.
That's better,
not
in terms of
project, yeah. But Chelsea, I've just felt like Chelsea, they've never ever had vision or project or anything. Right now,
since Mourinho, I would say.
I don't know, but that's also terrorist football, Mourinho.
But that's acceptable terrorist football, in my opinion.
Never mind. What I'm trying to say is that they don't have a project, and the players, they don't play well together. Now they're basically just panic buying every single player. 100 million for Mudryk. That's more than Ronaldo's transfer fee to Real Madrid. And look how he did at Real Madrid. He won like 4 Champions League.
Obviously, there is inflation, so we can't really
Still. What Ronaldo achieved at Real Madrid versus what Mudryk has achieved so far at Manchester United, Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah. What's he scored like
12 career goals, 20 career goals maybe. And Ronaldo won a Champions League before he went for like 90 million to Real Madrid. So it's insane Every single
player. At this point,
in the
me
world,
and you are worth like what? Like 20 million, 30 million?
Yeah, bro, we are. We're worth at least 1 million.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely not 100% of the player that we are.
100 times the player.
Yeah, he's not 100 times. No one. He's not the 100 times the player of anyone who actually knows how to play.
Philo Hafiz is better than Madrid. Man.
Yeah,
it's shocking. Hafiz can go for 200 million.
That's
my brother, by the way.
Yeah. But yeah, Chelsea, they don't have a project. I feel like they're not. But the thing is, they keep on losing, and then they win against Fulham, but they only win 1-0.
Yeah.
That's not convincing. Yeah, no. Really not convincing. You have to win, and you have to win convincingly.
Yeah.
You can't just scrape results in, not in a league.
And this is why people say Chelsea aren't a big club.
Right now, they're not.
Yeah. I mean, they have 2 Champions Leagues. Okay, I have a question. What would you say is a bigger club, Arsenal or Chelsea?
Chelsea. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Although I do not like Chelsea, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I like Arsenal more than I like Chelsea. Chelsea is the bigger club. They've obviously got 2 Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
They literally beat Arsenal in a Europa League final.
Yeah.
4-1, I think. And Arsenal, they don't have any European trophy.
Yeah. And I don't want to say this off recency bias, but it's difficult for me because I've always said the biggest 3 clubs in England are United, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
In England, yes. Order. In England, yes. Arsenal.
No, but I'm talking in terms of English clubs.
Okay,
so
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm fully the type of person that will bring the Champions League argument into it. And really and truly, I should say Chelsea are a bigger club, but I don't know why. In terms of Premier League heritage.
Yeah,
I feel like their Premier League heritage weighs more than Chelsea's European glory, but you can't really say that. Yeah. And then they've got Europa League as well. It's difficult.
And they literally beat them in the final in Europa League. Chelsea beat Arsenal 2019. So yeah, it's difficult to say.
What do you think Chelsea? How do you think Chelsea are going to end off this season? Where do you think they're going to get Europe?
Europe, yes. I actually don't know.
Because let's assume the top 7 in the Premier League get Europe.
Yeah, they do.
So then they get Europe.
All right. But the thing, Brighton, they're doing so good right now.
Newcastle, Fulham are doing well, but Brentford are doing well.
Yeah, I don't think Fulham...
Obviously, they don't have the longevity. Yeah, they're not going to last that long. But
Brentford, they do have the longevity.
Brentford do. Definitely.
Brighton do, clearly, as well. Newcastle, obviously,
but maybe, what if they lose Trossard? Is that an instrumental player? Actually, to be fair, they've been doing well without him. They beat Liverpool 3-0 without him because he's been going sort of on strike.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Liverpool and Chelsea are really going to have to battle it out to make it up to those Europa League Champions League spots.
Especially Chelsea.
Are Chelsea still in champs?
Yeah. Oh, Champions League? Yeah. They're in the round.
Who are they playing? Do you know?
Dortmund. They're going back home. Okay. Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they are. They really are.
And I'm not sure. Have Chelsea overtaken Haaland in goals scored this season, or has Haaland still got more? Because last time I checked,
they're even.
21-21.
Yeah,
that's outrageous.
Do your thing. No, I think that they're even. Because Haaland did not score in the United derby, and Chelsea scored 1 against Fulham. So I think that they're even right now, which is also an insane thing.
Okay,
but I think that was only Chelsea's Premier League goals compared to Haaland's all goals.
Yeah.
Because surely Chelsea have scored more than 21 goals.
It's not possible. I mean, the thing, I'm not going to say that because...
No, it's not possible. They've played Champions League and Premier League and FA Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
They have to score more than 21 goals. Yeah.
But before we move on to the financial fair play, I just want to say one thing. Peter and I were talking about it yesterday.
We weren't.
We've been going quick.
No, only 24 minutes. Only 24.
Were you over yesterday?
No.
Day before yesterday.
Yeah.
The Bundesliga hasn't started yet. And who knew about that?
I didn't know.
No, he realised 2 days ago. The only reason I knew is because my dad told me a funny thing that the plan that different leagues had to resume their leagues after the World Cup was semi-based around their country's percentage chance of doing well in the World Cup. And Germany is the one that started latest because, according to whatever statistics they had to look at, Germany, in their eyes, had the highest possibility of winning the World Cup.
And they were clearly wrong.
Because they went out of group stage.
Yeah, they were clearly
wrong. Now Bundesliga fans are just sat there,
doing nothing.
I don't want to use an explicit reference.
Sit on their butt.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was talking to Jacob about it, and he didn't realise. He had no clue the Bundesliga had started.
Jakob.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's a farmers' league that nobody needs, nobody wants. I think what they should do is just take Bayern Munich, put them in a Premier League.
Any league.
Or put them somewhere else, and then take all the best players all of those players should go up for auction in all the other clubs.
Yeah.
Auction them off.
No, I think it would be very interesting if you remove Bayern from the Bundesliga.
Yeah, put them somewhere else.
Not just put them somewhere else, but to look at the Bundesliga when they have, because Dortmund, Leipzig, Bayer Leverkusen, Gladbach, they can all fight for the first place.
Yeah.
Bayern, they've won the Bundesliga 10 years in a row. It's not fun anymore.
It's really 10 years in a row.
That's why I'm like, if you want to go to a club that develops young players, don't go Dortmund.
No.
Don't, because you're not going to win anything.
And you're just going to end up going to Bayern. If you're good, if you're good and you go to Dortmund, it's because you want to go to Bayern.
We need to make a rule that Bayern are not allowed to sign players from Leipzig and Dortmund and Gladbach. That has to be.
They took all the best players, all the best managers. What's the point?
Yeah, they took the managers as well. Literally, Julian Nagelsmann. They took him from Leipzig. So.
But should we move on to FFP?
Yeah, FFP. Bro.
Okay, again. My phone's on live support right now, and I just found some cool statistics in Danish class before this. In the last 5 years, I'm not sure if this includes this most recent summer transfer window or not, so bear with me. City have spent 800 million and made 300 million in terms of transfer profit only. Man United have spent 600 million and earned 200 million.
Chelsea made 200 million.
Yeah, like earned from transfers.
Yeah,
so made, sorry.
So Chelsea. Hold on, so that's a 66% difference, like in terms of spend and income. Yeah.
And then Chelsea, 650 million in comparison to 520 million, which is actually not bad.
That's not bad.
Arsenal, 450 million, 200 million. Again, not too bad considering the numbers are low. And then Liverpool, 470 and 380 million.
That's very good.
So, yeah, that's interesting. And according to Financial Fair Play, the UEFA Financial Fair Play, the rule has been changed from a 30 million to a 60 million loss that you're allowed to have over a certain span of time, of a certain transfer window. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not going to quote. But I don't understand why that rule is there, because not a single club follows that rule. I remember there was this whole saga about City getting banned from the Champions League.
Oh yeah,
because of their violation of financial fair play, and I do not understand why they did not get banned.
Nothing happened,
and why they did not face a point reduction in the Premier League.
Yeah, they got fined like 10 million euros. It's nothing,
bro. Here you go, 10 million, 20 million, take it.
Yeah.
What's the point? They should have got a point reduction in the Premier League, got that title taken away from them, and they should not have been able to play Champions League football for at least a year. Just Chelsea got banned from the Champions League for a year, didn't they?
No.
Did they not?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. When?
I have a feeling they got banned.
They didn't. I think you're mixing it up with the Russia-Ukraine, where Chelsea, they almost got banned from the Champions League last year. Last season.
It could be. But I feel like it had something to do with FFP.
No, anyway. You're getting it mixed up.
But another thing that I saw today, Liverpool have officially overtaken Manchester United for most revenue in the club.
Right.
They're now third place, but behind City and Real Madrid, by the way. So this is a global thing. And the funny thing I've seen about on Instagram is that Liverpool have come out and said they've got no money for midfielders because they're broke, no money, and they're just overtaking Man United at 700 million in revenue.
That's not true.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Financial fair play. You said there can only be a 60 million difference, and that's in term of transfer profit.
Yeah,
that doesn't make
nothing
sense.
to do with revenue. Transfer profit.
Only transfer revenue and transfer spent.
Yeah,
transfer in and out. That doesn't make any sense.
And there's also a debt rule in terms of revenue.
Listen. If they want to do the 60 million rule, 60 million is nothing. That means that you're only allowed to spend 60 million over the course of how long?
I think I want to say a year, but
okay, let's just say 1 year. That means that you're only allowed to spend 60 million in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like lose 60 million in a year. You can obviously spend 200 million, but then you have to get 260 million, right? So you're only allowed to spend.
No, then you would have to get 140 million in, and then.
Sorry, So you're only allowed to spend 60 million.
Yeah.
That's nothing on players, because then you have to buy, and then you also have to sell.
Yeah.
You have to buy high caliber players, and you have to sell high caliber players.
Yeah.
Also, another thing, I don't think that FFP should be making into rules of like you can spend this and that. I honestly feel like someone should just say, and I know this is very controversial because it can be misused a lot, but I think that someone should be in charge and just say, yeah, you're getting strike, you're not. Because you need context, right? Listen, if it's over a 5-year period, right now Chelsea, look how much that they've spent like the past half year, right? Compared to City, how much they've spent in 5 years. If they spend all of their money like through these 5 years, then that's okay. But Chelsea, they just go out and spend everything at once.
But the thing is, City have also had those type of spending sprees. For example, last summer, I give City credit that they actually made transfer profit in terms of getting Haaland and Alvarez in, but then they sold Sterling,
Jesus, Zinchenko.
So they made profit last year in terms of transfer. But the reason that they were under the microscope for so many years is because, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, I need to think these people. Otamendi, Rodri. Edison. Why can I not think of more? Cancelo. Oh, that was a big one. And he was warming the bench for a long time. Walker. John Stones. Who else? Come on. Sane. The amount of players.
Not Gundogan. He came in a long time.
The amount of players that they bought and spent in such short periods of time, and they were clearly violating. Like, if you take the rules, and you take a piece of paper, put the rules on it. Take another piece of paper, put City's actions on it. You look at the two. Not making a sense.
Yeah.
Not making a sense. Same with Man United. Man United less, but still they've also violated financial fair play. Chelsea violated financial fair play.
Yeah, the thing is, why is FFP there if they're not going to
enforce it?
Yeah.
So the thing you were saying, so you said your thing. The way I think it should be is that there should be a rule about how much debt you can have in a calendar year, including the January transfer window and the summer transfer window, in terms of transfer profit or transfer loss and revenue. You look at both of them. You look at the net revenue and you look at the net
spend. What?
Yeah, net transfer, whatever the bloody term is, transfer loss, transfer profit, and you have a rule for those, and then and then it's different for each club simply because it's based on how much money that club brings in terms of revenue. Nothing to do with the players, and then to do with the players, there should also be a cap on the contracts that they're allowed to give. Because on one hand, I'm a big advocate for a lot of money in football because I love it. I love the fact that it's such a glorified business. There's a lot of money in it. The players deserve it. The players get it. But on the other hand, when you're creating such a disparity within the football world, that's where the problem comes. And it just gets to a point where it's unfair. Like one of my friends made an F1 reference to me saying that if Hamilton had the same car as Verstappen, for example, if they both had the same car, potentially the numbers would have been different in terms of championships. But because the cars are different, the prices are different, everything is different, you can never really judge there's never any level playing field. And then the one time, for example, that Verstappen beat him, or however many times, or whoever it was, Vettel, that beat Hamilton in the championship, that would, for example, be mirrored with the one time, for example, Liverpool won the league over City, where it just shouldn't happen based on the money that's being spent. And then there's the memes on Instagram of this guy who puts a turtleneck on and then he goes in front of the camera and he goes, after a loss in the Champions League or loss in the Premier League, more than you believe, it's not enough, we need more. Comes with a laptop presentation to the owners, we need more. Haaland is not enough. We need more to win the Premier League. Have you seen that?
No.
I'll show you afterwards, it's funny. Because it's true. Every time Guardiola concedes a goal, he goes out for more money.
But the thing with Guardiola is that he only buys players that he actually wants to use. He never.
Grealish.
Yeah.
We forgot Grealish.
Yeah, he wants to use Grealish.
Yeah, but we forgot him in the list. I'm sorry.
About what?
We didn't say him about the players that they bought recently. 100 million on Grealish.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, but the thing is, when Guardiola spends money, he spends money on players that he wants. He doesn't just spend money to panic buy people. He's never done that. He's always said, yes, I want this player and I want him because this and that. I want him because I feel like he can be... You said this last...
No, but I agree with you.
Listen. You said this last week that he said to Tim Ream, he said that if you were 10 years younger, I would have bought you.
Yeah.
No one knows who Tim Ream is.
Yeah, no one knows.
I knew because I watched a lot of US soccer. Yeah. But listen, that's what I mean. Guardiola, he spends money on people that he wants, people that he feel like is actually like gonna make a difference for this team, and that's why I'm not saying that I am condoning like what he does and spend all this money. I'm not saying that I'm alright with that, but I understand it because it's what he does for them to win.
No. So
on a tactical level.
So I fully agree with you in terms of the fact.
But what I'm trying to say, he doesn't just spend money to spend money and to get big names. He spends money to get a good team. He doesn't just spend money to get big names and this and that and just put things together and pray.
I would half agree, half disagree, because I fully agree with the fact that he's smart in the sense that the players he brings in are system players. So they fit into the style of play that he wants to make team better, whatever, more success. But on the other hand, he takes it too far, because he's been allowed to spend way too much money. And then it also comes into the question about owners, about how much money they're getting from owners, how much money different clubs get from owners, and the amount of players he's bought. I'm no doubt about the fact that they are appropriate for City, but whether the amount of players and the price tags on those players is fair in terms of financial fair play, that I don't know.
I agree, but that's not his fault though.
Oh no, it's got nothing to do. He can do whatever the hell he wants as long as he gets away with it. Yeah. But I'm saying from the higher ups, from UEFA, from FA, whatever, they need to clamp down.
Of course, because
of course, if Guardiola has the opportunity, if I had the opportunity to buy all these players, if Liverpool has the opportunity to buy all these players, Man United had all that.
Chelsea buy all these, Real Madrid buy all these, Atletico buy all these. Everyone come here. Yeah, of course. But I agree with you. I agree with you.
I know you just clip that.
But it's not Guardiola's fault though. We all would have done it.
Yeah. So it's a tricky one, and it's something that is difficult to really get into depth into without
there's a lot of
research.
Reading, a lot of research, as you just said, a lot of math, a lot of boring stuff that takes hours upon hours to read up on. So
Football's a business, man. It's money. It's a multi-billion-pound thing, man. It's crazy. It's more than just a game.
Yeah, that's a little bit annoying at times, though.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because it should just be a game, really. Yeah. A game that you play because you love the game and stuff like that.
That's gone, man.
Well, imagine scoring 4 goals and making 2 assists in a single game.
That's random, but would be great.
Imagine. And then people, you know what? At that point, you don't even care about the money. If you score 4 goals and make 2 assists in a game, you don't care about. But
another thing about
you go to the post-match interview and you just said, "I'm tired as hell." But you said, "I want a soda right now. I want a Coca-Cola.
I want a beer or something."
Yeah.
But on the contrary, it's funny because I was watching this Spurs ultra fan complaining about Tottenham, saying that these lot they don't care about the fans, they don't care about anything. They go out and they perform stinker after stinker after stinker. It's the fans that are up all night tossing and turning about their club falling into shambles. These guys then just collect a wage and go home, right? So in the sense that they're just playing, if they don't do well, whatever, I get my money and I go home, right? So I would love, like, my dad talk about this all the time. Like, for example, every time a corner doesn't beat the first man, take 1 week's wages. Yeah. 1 week's wages.
It's really not that difficult.
Every time you misplace a pass, £100. Every time you miss an open goal,
a pass. Sometimes you have to do risky passes.
Okay, sometimes I like one that's like like an infant could do. If you make a stupid mistake in a game, £100, £200, £1,000. If you miss an open goal, 1 week's wages. Yeah. If you miss a penalty, 2 weeks' wages.
Darwin Núñez is not getting paid.
He would owe Liverpool money.
Yeah.
Long day for him.
That was a good one. Yeah, Darwin Núñez will not get paid. But I agree. But listen, sometimes you have to play risky passes, high risk, high reward. You have to do a risky pass to get a good goal. One other thing that I was gonna say is I want to have a topic next week, and I want to announce it right now. It's clubs that we would never play for.
Okay.
Because of projects and their club's history.
And you know what? I do think that potentially, now this is something I'm suggesting to him now, so he says no, that's fine, that next week we do not necessarily talking about current ongoing football, we'll have like something a bit different like that, and then you know how...
I have another thing as well.
Like, you know how we did the fun football facts?
Yeah.
like that.
I have exactly a thing like that.
Okay, go on.
And you guys can hear right now as well. I watched an NBA podcast where they rated teams' old logos versus their new logos.
Okay.
And I want to do these.
I like this idea.
Yeah. So old logos versus new logos.
Like out of 10 and stuff and put it on the screen.
Yeah, exactly. We will put the logos on the screen, and I'm gonna have some paper with the logos here. We don't need to show them the logos. We can just have them on the screen.
Okay, cool. We'll do that.
Yeah.
And another thing, how open are you to having a guest on an episode like that where their ball knowledge won't let us down?
It depends on who and when.
A person you like, maybe not. But if you like the person, would you be open to it? Because that might be something that people can look forward to next week.
Wait, do you already have a person in line?
I have a couple people in mind.
Okay.
I have a couple people.
Is it something that you don't? Is it someone you don't think that I would like?
No, I know you like the person.
Okay.
Love the person.
Okay, good.
But you can't say who he is.
Okay.
Because they don't know. So yeah, should we end it there?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll do not fun football facts.
We'll do some fun stuff next week.
We'll do some logos next week. All right.
We'll do some good stuff. Make sure to press all of the buttons underneath. I don't care what is. Press all of it.
Don't dislike. Someone did it last week.
Seriously?
Yeah, we got one dislike. So that's your fault.
Sorry. So don't press that one. Press all the other ones. Comment. You don't even have to just say put a full stop so that it says we get comments.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.